Hi guys, welcome back to another Beast Speak blog. This is a series where I tell you what the Beast has been saying to me and how I overcame it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Beast is your addictive voice, the AV and AVRT of rational recovery. If you can recognize that beast, then you can separate yourself from your urges, and that can result in immediate and lifelong abstinence. If you want to learn more about rational recovery or how to do AVRT, I'll link Virginia's story in the description box below. You can check that out. It's a good place to get started. So the last video, I feel like I was a bit heavy-handed. I basically pushed you to figure out whether or not you believe in justice, whether or not justice will prevail in the end, and if you didn't, I told you you were a nihilist. Nihilism is someone who, or a nihilist is someone who doesn't care about anything because they don't believe in a future or a purpose. What I was trying to convey is that I do believe there is an epidemic of apathy today. Excuse me. It's rampant, it's new, and we have to overcome it if we're going to have a positive future, because things tend toward disintegration when left untended. If you don't care, you don't tend to things. So your beast says, I don't care, and your affect matches that. Your feelings back it up. How do you fight the beast when he's telling you the truth? When you don't care, not only are you listening to the beast, but you're living like a beast. An animal can't think of the future. It has no hope that it daydreams about on a daily basis. If you don't start with the minimum requirement of caring, this is going to be really hard for you. Caring is vital if you're going to have the strength to stand up to that beast. Excuse me. So the mystery schools have always been about self-improvement. The analogy of lead into gold, it's about the transformation of the personality from something basic into something exceptional. The Freemasons have an image that they use to teach. It has 3 pillars on it. You might know what I'm talking about. It features a checkerboard floor and a ladder angled up toward the sun, and there's a key on a string that dangles about midway up on that. It's supposed to represent the journey toward enlightenment. The checkered floor is where someone would start. It represents the lowest base personality. You could even say someone who's living a checkered life. There's a lot of synchronistic things like that in the symbology. A checkered floor, a checkered life. That's how they keep it hidden in plain sight, except for those who know. Then they'll understand the imagery. But people who don't know just think it's just a checkered floor. Okay, so you're supposed to journey up this ladder toward enlightenment, represented by the sun. You can see the symbology of that, sunlight and enlightenment. But you can't get up the ladder without the key, and the key represents the principle of care. And it's dangling by a thread, because to symbolize the precarious nature and the position care has in the world today, it's hanging by a thread. It can easily be lost. I like care. I think care is a better word than love because it refers to a way of acting and not just feelings. When you care for something, you're treating it a certain way. So how do you make yourself care if you don't? Well, gratitude can shake some things loose for you. That's a powerful practice to say thank you. But what if you need more help? It's so hard to find good guidance today in the helping industry, especially when it's so dominated by the 12-step victim mentality. I know the atheists are going to hate me for saying this, but you might want to consider Christian counseling. At least they advocate accountability, like Jack Trimpey says. You can't stumble into heaven. They believe in self-ownership of a problem, at least. And as long as they haven't, bought into the whole 12-step powerless thing, which is still a possibility, you don't know what you're going to get. But keep looking until you find someone who works for you. It's important to get help if you need it. So I know not all my listeners are Christians, but I can be sure that all of you are moral people. And I know that because you're looking to take on the responsibility of directing your own steps. That's a moral act. That really makes me happy. And I want to thank everyone who subscribed. And I've got one more suggestion. Just hear me out on this. What if you just asked for help? What if you say, how can I gain more care? Not necessarily in a prayer or as a prayer, but you could think of it as asking your subconscious to work on it while you're sleeping. Excuse me. If you ask the question, your brain will work on the answer, but you have to ask the question. So ask the question, how can I increase my care? And also don't forget to practice gratitude and keep ferreting out that beast. Okay, that's all I had for you today, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and join me for more AVRT and rational recovery content and the Beast Speak blog. Thank you.